So this is the agenda for session. If you see here that you can have the triangle introduction now, and then as there is low participation count, so we can go for storage introduction now, and yeah, and then we can go with this agenda one by one now. Yep. Before I start, okay, see, this is a public cloud training basically. Okay, so SAP S4 HANA public cloud. This is a latest, like what I call latest version that you can see on these SAP's platform now. So this is a complete SaaS. Sorry, guys. So yeah, SAP S4 HANA Finance Public Cloud is the latest version that was being launched in the SAP's platform now. So as you can see here, like this is a SaaS platform basically, like a SaaS version of your SAP's next generation ERP. So this delivers what? So this delivers a standardized pre-configured financial processes. So you have to understand this term very clearly. Pre-configured means like in ACC, in SAP public cloud, you don't need to stress or worry about a lot of configurations. Almost all configurations will be pre-configured. Okay. Few will be there where you have to take care of that. Okay. So not only that, you have multi-tenancy and extensive automation is also there, using AI and ML in the SAP public cloud. So this is what SAP public cloud delivers. So what is the key features? What is the comparison with ECC? What are the differences in SAP Finance specifically? When to choose what, a kind of things I'll just anyways, demo you right away. Okay. But before that, people who are already in SAP, people who are looking for a new job market. Okay, because till 2025 only ECC promised from SAP's thing, but now yes, it is getting extended to 2030. That means till 2030 SAP ECC will be there. But yes, the support will be not that extensive that what you're looking from SAP side, because SAP is projecting S4 HANA a lot. So every customer is started moving. A lot of customers already moved. So anyways, 40 to 50% customers already moved to S4 HANA. They started their operations on that. So rest 50, they started to move on. Few people are now migrating to some other things as well, based on their project scenarios. That is what is happening right away. So at this moment, a lot of clients, a lot of customers, a lot of users ask me, hey, what is the differences between the ECC and public cloud? So even for the people who attend that also, they'll ask me, what is the job outlook also? So currently, you're seeing the screen of job outlook here, like wherein which, yes, the outlook of the job market is very high because there were very, very few people are there in the public cloud outside in the market. So people who know public cloud implementation, who know public cloud well, how to do, what to do. Okay, so that adds a lot of value in the career ladder as well. So right now you can see that, like there are a lot of job titles. Now we can go with this. These are all the different job titles. We can go with it. And in the major industries which are contributing for this public cloud is right now, your healthcare, pharma, retail, automotive, energy and manufacturing industries are there. Okay. And this is the job salary tends for now people who are specifically new into the SAP, or, they're finding with experience that they want to move into the SAP public cloud finance also. There is a good scope of job market and salary trends are also there. And the salaries, as you all know, finance is one such top paying trend is there. So for public cloud also, the same thing is continuing for the S4 HANA consultants. Yeah, so these are the fields that are leveraging the SAP's public cloud right now. There are many fields are there, but these are the primary spotting fields are there. So where in which a lot of projects are getting engaged and running successfully on the SAP S4 HANA public cloud. So this course is totally outlined for us to manage, to completely give you, end-to-end overview of the public cloud overview. So here you will get all these things, not only configuration, we will be seeing a lot of processes basically along with the configuration. So like your managing of master data or executing the financial process or performing the period end closings or generating the analysis of the reports. So these things will be primarily focused on this course. Okay. So there is no prerequisite. People who are new, they are also coming and, doing these trainings. But yes, because you're all in this team, everyone is already 10 years experience with finance already there. They can get easily acquainted with what I'm going to share with them. Yeah. And so anyone can take the course everyone is a financial consultants here, accountants and financial people are there. So they can understand the process very well. So everyone can take this course. So these are the training benefits. I'm just, holding for a minute. Just have a look into it. All right. So yeah, now these are all not required for you. These are all not required. It's for people who are new to SAP. Yeah. So before I go and give you some overview on the public cloud overview. So these are the specific modules we'll cover as part of the training, guys. This is not required CLS 01. So this is people who are new to SAP, for them, how to use SAP, like how you can, give the support and all these things. So you can exclude this one. So people who are already in SAP, they can start with S4C01, which is implementing SAP S4HANA Cloud Public Edition. Okay, so the beauty of this training is, like people who enroll for this training, we are following all the training curriculum or training roadmap that SAP has given for certification as well, so that you will get complete training and you can be ready for the certification also, because like anyway ZaranTech will help you on the certification part. A lot of questionnaires and a lot of things are all there. People, if you want to be a public cloud certified consultant, you can be. Once after the training, you can appear for that as well. Okay, for any other queries on that, you can reach the ZaranTech support. They will help you on that. So this is your public cloud implementation S4C01, where you will see all the public cloud landscapes, how that will, what is a CBC, what is the configuration for that, how this launchpad works, different customs authorizations, all these things we'll discuss in the S4C01. So after that, you have outlining your financial accounting overview, your S4 HANA, okay, for the accounts receivables, accounts payables, S4CP01. There's a complete outlining will be there with a lot of sections like your payables, receivables, record to report, outlining the asset accounting. So these things, basically will be covered on the S4CP01. And in F1120, in which we'll go with the outlining of record to record process, we will be seeing the general ledger concepts of GL postings in public cloud. Along with this, we will see the postings to meet the requirements and all the the local clause for your general ledgers as well in this module. And F1130 is one such course code where we will be seeing all the accounts pays master data. This is a complete master data management, wherein which you will see the payable master data, payable invoice processing, outgoing payment processes, and payables management, specifically the period enclosures and all these things. And F1140, where you will see the receivable master data and all the receivables processes and the closing activities in this. And last one, F1151, asset accounting processes, where you will cover the asset accounting master data, how you utilize the AUC, like asset under constructions and all these things you will see in this module. So these are your total modules, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules, 6 modules will be there as part of the training. So these modules will be covered for you in this training space, right? So yes, so SAP public cloud, when you are choosing this training specifically on the public cloud, on S4 HANA public cloud, which we call, so you might be, you have to understand, or you might be in a doubt, then, hey, what is the really great about this public cloud? Okay, hey, what are the key features in this? So these are all the key features that I can, highlight. There are many features are there, but I'm highlighting only few. So which are like top ball points, where you can understand about the product or about the version in the S4 HANA public cloud finance. Okay, so this S4 HANA public cloud, these are ready to run core processes. So when I'm saying core finance processes, either you can say your GLs or your AP or your AR. AP means accounts payable, AR means accounts receivable, or your asset accounting, okay, or you can say your banking, okay, whatever it might be. So many core finance processes are very easy. They are ready to run core in the SAP's public cloud. Like you don't need to struggle like in ECC here. And there is a out-of-box integration that was provided with other SAP solutions. What are the other SAP solutions means? Like with your SAIC SAC or your success factors or your Ariba or Fieldglass, lot of integrations has been provided with the public cloud. So people can easily integrate with them and they can start easily working with that. So that is called out-of-box integration. And very importantly, for a lot of executive user community, or the demand is the real-time analytics. Okay, these are provided with the help of embedded Fiori apps.
Hey, ZaranTech now offers SAP corporate training. That's right. Train your workforce in SAP with our comprehensive program. We offer customized courses, certified trainers, and hands-on labs for both individuals and businesses. Our standout features: bespoke training, fully configured servers for practice, in-house materials, and a dedicated LMS. Plus, get session recordings and 24/7 support. From functional to technical modules, we have got it all. Choose ZaranTech for SAP training and watch your team excel. Learn, upskill, succeed with ZaranTech.
And CDS using the S4 HANA. These are the two fuels which were being used to give the real-time analytics in the SAP public cloud. Okay. And as you know, the one of the important concept will be there AC DOCA in the SAP S4HANA. There's a universal general concept. So that is there in public cloud. And compliance side, one of the good features that we have with this is it is compliant with IFRS, GAAP, local GAAP, and your parallel edges. We will see parallel edges in this training as well. Okay. So these are all compliant with all these individual ledgers and groups. Okay. Reporting for the group reporting for all these purposes. And the public cloud main feature is, like it will enable all the multi-currency, multi-tenant, and multi-language, multi-entity. These are its capabilities. Okay. And there is a restriction. So not restriction. These are all lot of pre-delivered best practices are there from SAP, which you don't need to worry about, configuring them. And there is a standard chart of account. One chart of account by C1. Okay. So this is one of the chart of account. So if you want to create, you can go for the operational chart of accounts, which you want to do. There is a feasibility for that. When you go for training, you'll understand that. So these are your prime features, okay, from SAP that you can see as part of the public cloud. Okay. Now, when you see, you might be, like surprising, like, you might be having a doubt. Now, what is that public cloud is different from? So let me show you that. So you will get some clarity on what is the public cloud different from. So if you see, let me draw a table for you.
I have a question before you continue.
Yeah.
On these 7 points that you've listed here, these 7 key features, are we going to touch anything to do with controlling in this aspect or this
No controlling. No controlling. This is only for pure finance products.
Okay. And then the other question was, are we going to look into this, how to apply certain IFRS clauses, the latest changes when we are doing the project? Are we going to cover that?
That is not specifically is there. If you want, I'll touch it. Not an issue. Yeah.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Right. Yeah. I'll give you a comparison for your better understanding feature wise. Let's say ECC is here. This is S4 HANA on-premise. This will be your S4 HANA private cloud, because this is a common thing, across the market. People are, confusing as well. So you can leverage this for your discussions whenever you want in your internal things as well. Okay. So let's say, so this is the comparison I'll give you right away. Okay. So initially, the important part is deployment. Okay. So if you say deployment in ECC, what we generally go, this is deployment is completely owned by customer only. This is customer owned deployments we have done in ECC, right? The same thing applies in your SAP S4 HANA on-premise. On-premise means which is not on cloud. The same thing again, it is on customer owned. But whereas if you come to private and public cloud, this will be hosted by your SAP. SAP hosted, but infra will be supported by SAP. This is called infra as a service. Okay. But here is completely hosted by SAP. This is complete SAP hosted because of public cloud. This is a SaaS solution. This is IaaS. That is the difference between your private and public cloud at the deployment level. Okay. So when you come to the infra level, if you want to go with the infra level on this cloud level, these are all will be on your customer servers only. Whatever customer will pay, he will get the infra and he will take care of all the servers with his own teams. Okay. In both the scenarios. Whereas in public private cloud, you have complete cloud environment. The infra will be either like Azure, AWS will be there. We'll support that on the private cloud. Okay. But here it is completely managed by SAP. This is SAP managed multi-tenant servers in the public cloud. Okay. Yeah. Now even one of the participant also asked me, what is the customization that I can do? So in ECC, you have leveragement of full customization. Why? Because you can write a lot of, you can incorporate a lot of ABAP programming there, wherein which you can do a lot of exits, you can write baddies, you can do a lot of Z programs. Everything is there. So there is a full length customization is there, which is classic. Okay, because few features are not supported. So you have to depend a lot of SAP OSS nodes, or you have to depend upon SAP for tickets. A lot of things are there on that. Here it is again full support is there, which is modern support. Okay, modern means what? ABAP with Fiori. That is called modern. That is not there in ECC. That is there in S4HANA. That is a thin line difference. Okay, in your public cloud, in the private cloud, there is a high volume of customization is there. Okay, because here also you can do a lot of Z programs, your baddies, your Fiori, a lot of things you can do. Okay. So whereas in public cloud, there are no Z programs. No, some completely no Z programs. So what is this? You have only whatever in-app customization is there that you can do from BTP. This you have to do from the BTP stack. You can do customizations, not heavy customizations. Okay. But whatever the customizations you can do only the in-app customization. Okay. That is also from BTP stack, not directly. Okay. And then the speed of implementation, if you can see in ACC, the speed of implementation is longer times. You can see that, it will take from 8 months to 1 year or plus, right? So same thing here also, but it was little reduced because of modern approaches was medium. This is also medium because of high-end complex. Whereas in public cloud, it will take 8 to 12 weeks, not months. This is the speed of implementing through public cloud solutions. So wherein which, because of this, what happened, the TCO, the total cost of ownership, here it is low. Okay. Here it will be high. Here also it will be high. Here it will be medium. And this is what every client looks for, right? So this is the TCO for you. And yeah, if you can see, there are a lot of things, other cases also there, like flexibility, business processes, Fiori UX, extensibility, industries, typical use cases. If I want to do, it will take a lot of time also. But at this level, this is these are all enough for you to understand. Okay. But one thing I'll tell you here, the business process also, the business processes you follow all are classic and traditional in the ECC, right? Whereas in S4 on HANA premise, these are all optimized with AC Docker. Okay. And here, these are optimized in the public cloud, plus these are flexible also. Because wherever you want to use, whatever you want to use, you can have the flexibility to configure, to modify, to change, and you have to use your purpose, right? So that is there in the private cloud. Here, it is having like all the pre-configured best business practices. So this is one of the key line where your implementation times are getting less, because in all these you have to do a lot of configuration on your own. That is why they will take a lot of time. Here, these are already configured, so you have to go and use it. That is why public cloud is simpler when you like compared to other. When you want to use it also, it will be easy for you. Okay. Yeah. So all the extensions that you want, the customization I told you, right? So as I said, here you will use the ABAP. Here you use ABAP, RAP, and Fiori BTP in the on-premise. The same thing here, you go for ABAP plus BTP. Here, as I said, only in-app and BTP side by side, you have to use it on the BTP stack whenever you want to go for extensibility. Okay. Now there will be a question come to in your mind. Okay. After seeing all these things. Okay. So what will be the use case for this? Typical use case. Which client can go for this individual platform? As you know, all the legacy clients can go for ACC, but anyways, it is getting extended. So there is no use. If you go for ACC now, okay, everyone is migrating. So we can primarily focus on these three only. Okay. So here, clients who need complete control, okay, they can go for SAP S4HANA on-premise if they are wanting. Okay. This is for very large clients. Okay. Who need flexibility plus cloud solutions. Okay. For public cloud, for now, this is also scope for larger clients only. But for now, because it is a new baby in the market, it is for right now aiming for mid-sized clients, okay, who will adopt the standards, okay, and who needs quicker go live times. They can adopt the SAP public cloud. So this is where you can actually compare the features, the ECC on-premise, private, and public cloud. Any questions on this? Clear?
So what is the difference, the main difference between a public and private cloud?
So I spotted this. I'm not answering the question. So what is the main difference?
Yeah, difference between private and public cloud.
Yeah, that's what I saw. This is a completely multi-tenant managed, right? So it is easy for you to like install, easy to manage and everything. That is not there in the private cloud. So private cloud, whenever you have, it is a kind of complex customizations. Whenever you want to go, you can go for the private cloud. So that is the only difference. Rest all things will be there common between them and between that end. But yes, SAP public cloud is completely managed by SAP, as I said. In private cloud, you can depend upon the cloud partners, whatever you want, like Azure and AWS. That is not there in public cloud. These are all differences. I already spotted you. I'm not sure what is your question actually been for.
No. So suppose the client needs like more customization. So it's suggested to private cloud, not public cloud. Correct?
Yes. More heavy customization. Normal mid-size customization, you can go for public cloud. That's what I'm saying. It's all depend
Okay.
on your requirements and budgets. It's all, again, this is what SAP is giving to us. And it is all up to client and his financial situations, how he and when he and what he, these questions he has to hold it, and then he can go for it and choose a solution for you. But yes, majority of the market is going, because this is what the public cloud is already proving successful in many industries, in many implementations as well. Even the mid to little heavy customizations are handling by public cloud. So in the near future, this is the future. Public cloud is the future. Yeah, this is what the current thing is.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question there.
Yeah.
Having the public knowledge cloud, is it possible also to work with the private cloud knowledge?
Yeah, you can work.
Or to apply that on the private cloud?
Yeah. So yeah, the knowledge will be similar with the private and public clouds. So because in public cloud, you won't see a lot of configurations. That's what I'm saying. These are all pre-configured. We will show you where it is pre-configured, how it is pre-configured. But in private cloud, like in ECC, like in S4HANA on-premise, whatever the optimization that you can do, whatever the configuration that you want to do, so that you have to learn in the private clouds, that you won't learn in the public cloud. That is the difference mainly you can see between the tenders.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming to finance level, let me spot the same differences in this finance level also for you. So you'll get a more understanding on this. This is at a cloud level I have given you. So if I want to give at finance perspective, yeah. So first of all, the universal journal. So if you take the universal journal in ECC, there is no universal journal. Okay. You have multiple tables are there. Everyone knows that, right? I don't want to discuss more on that. Okay.
What sets ZaranTech apart in SAP corporate training? It's our unique blend of expertise and innovation. We offer customized courses tailored to each client's needs, ensuring relevant, targeted learning. Our vast trainer database brings you wisdom from the best in the field. Need resources? Access our extensive training material repository anytime. We are all about measurable results, providing detailed student metrics to track progress. And we don't just teach, we build community. Join our thriving social media network, connecting learners beyond boundaries. With ZaranTech, you are not just training, you are transforming your SAP expertise.
But here in S4HANA, on-premise or private. So whatever I want to do, I'll do one thing, because this both behave similar. So delete this column. I'll say private cloud bar on-premise. This is one and same. So you have your universal journal, which is there, AC. Okay. The same is applied in the public cloud as well. Okay. The universal journals exist here and there. That is how these are actually going for. And when you come to the next important thing, the ledger concepts. Okay. So here in ECC, we use the classic and new GL concepts, right? But here in the private cloud, you have your new GL plus you have your parallel ledgers also allowed. Okay. Here, the new GL is not mandatory, but here new GL is mandatory. Okay. And you can do a lot of parallel ledgering as well in the public cloud. Okay. When it comes to group reporting specifically, okay, this is not available natively in the ICC. Whereas in private cloud, this is an add-on for you. This is also not available directly, but as an add-on, this is available. Okay. This is available by default in the system for group reporting. Okay. And coming to the profit center accounting, in ECC, you know that we have separate tables are there in the profit center accounting, right? So those are all on tables only. But here you have an integration for the profit center accounting via AC DotCom. So that makes easy for many of the consultants' life. Okay. So here also the same thing happened because we have AC DotCom. And one of the important other point we see is AP/AR integration, right? Here it is also separate. As you can see, we don't have any common thing here. You have to separately handle this one. But here, in the both cases, it was unified via a BP concept, which is called business partner. So in ECC, we generally use different T codes, and for customer, different for supplier, different for vendor. So we do a lot of things on that. It was very complex for us. So all these has been, clubbed into one single thing called business partner. So you create a business partner, you have to define what the business partner is for, whether he's a customer, whether he's a vendor, whether he's a supplier. So based on that, you actually create you will maintain the master data of that particular business partner, and you will start, whatever the supplier invoices, customer invoices, and then you analyze them, you post them, a lot of stuff you can do as part of that business partner. This is a very simple concept for you in the cloud environment. This is same in public and private clouds. Okay. And coming to cash management. So this is classic, as you know, for FSCM, and there is advanced cash management in private cloud. Whereas in public cloud, this is completely embedded, which is more better than private cloud. Okay. And coming to tax handling. Okay. In ECC, we have seen the country specific. Okay. Whereas in the private cloud and public cloud, same thing. There is a localization completely allowed here. So localization plus SAP DRC. So DRC is what? Document and reporting compliance. So this is one of the local legal and tax reporting regulation, specially provided for as a cloud-based solution provided by SAP. So which was there in both of your public and private clouds. Okay. And planning, especially whatever the planning you are trying to do, like in BPC or kind of stuff here. So you have separate planning whenever you're going for AC, you have to use BPC. There is no other thing for that. Okay. Or else you have to use COOM for controlling as well. But here you have, for the planning, you have all the embedded or BPC you have to use in the private cloud. Okay. But in public cloud, you can use the SAC planning integration, which is much better and much more forward than this individual environment. Okay. So these are the primary features that we can draft a difference line between ECC, private and public clouds. Okay. So as Eunice, you have asked me whether I have with private knowledge, can I do in public cloud? This answers your question. So whatever the public cloud knowledge you have, we can do in private with public cloud. The only thing is the cloud environment change. That's it. And little more concepts will be there in the public cloud, which you have to understand more on the public cloud level. That's it. That's the only difference. Now you might understand, though, as part of this differences now you have seen, you might get to a question that, hey, when to choose what? That question comes into your mind. Okay. So whenever you need full flexibility and industry specific process are there, then you can go for S/4HANA on-premise. Whenever you want complete cloud benefits with full control, then you can go for private cloud. Whenever you want all the quicker go lives, all the pre-configured standard business process, lower TCO, then you have to go for your public cloud. Okay. If nothing, no cloud, nothing is you don't want, you are not ready for HANA, you want to go legacy only, then go for ECC, which is not recommended. But yes, if you still want that line to be cleared, I'm just giving you that. Then in the cases, you can go for ECC. So remember that in the public cloud, no more T codes are there. Everything is simple and clear. No SC80, no ABAP coding, no Z tables, no T codes, no heavy customizations. No, you don't see anything. You will see a lot of free structures, free handlers, in the SAP public cloud. Many apps will be there, which are replaced by many Fiori apps. All the T codes have been replaced by Fiori apps. And primarily, you have a environment called central business configuration, which I'll show you right away. So in the CBC, you will see a lot of customization. Whatever you have done in the ECC, right? That one you will see in the CBC basically. So that is one of such thing you can observe in the CBC. It has central business configuration, my HANA clone. So it will have a configuration, as I told you, all pre-configured things will be there. So whatever you have seen in the ECC kind of thing, right? You can see this one. So these ones will take you to a final app kind of thing. You can see here, this is your customizing portal. These are all pre-configured. As you don't need to configure anything. Everything is configured here. You have to just, maintain your organization, you have to define your divisions, define your sales organizations, define your company codes. That is also very simple here in this. So once you go for this, you will see basically for any developer, this is the main thing that they can do. There is one URL will be there, which is called customizing URL. So here only all the finance people will work, where all the customization will be done. People who are on development on that, they'll go for development URL. So CBC is your primary configuration URL or browser, where you can, configure your different things, because all the configuration has been tagged in this one umbrella. This is called CBC, the central business configuration. Not only finance, whichever on the public cloud, you can get the sales, material management or procurement or your EWM or your SCM, HR, everything, you can do from this CBC only. You can see all these individual modules also here. See here, So these are all already defined, the sales, procurement, demand, supply, manufacturing, logistics, asset, projects, billing. So everything in the public cloud, it was been grouped under this CPC. So for configuration, whatever you want to do, that little bit configuration you can do from this page, which is called central business configuration. So this will affect your complete configuration. And here you will do all your processing, whatever the rest of master data maintenance or rest of the process, general ledgers, creation of them, invoices, posting, all these things, you will do from this customizing portal. Two simple things which will handle your complete public cloud environment. Clear? So all in all, your public cloud is ideal for all the companies that want modern, compliant and standardized finance processes without heavy customizations. Okay, so this will bring a lot of time to value with a lot of SAP managed infrastructure. So however, if you want full flexibility or complex integration, still your private or on-premise will be better solutions. But yes, public cloud is proving competent enough for almost all banking customers, pharma and healthcare also. They have successfully implemented that. So this is one such thing where it was giving market a value in the new era of AI and ML kind of era in this current trend. Yeah. Thanks for enrolling for the webinar. Thank you so much.